welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I am joined once again by one of Wise Take's finest DFS analysts, Mr. CashinDFS. You could find him on Twitter at CashinDFS. Cash, how are you doing tonight?
Not so good.
So good.
My bats have pretty much done nothing except Bellinger.
Yes.
I pitched James.
Yeah, well, yeah. I had one lineup with him which sucked. My main team, the good news is that I think all of us were on the ball with that
Turnbull.
Yeah, Turnbull. There you go. That guy. All right, 4-3.
That's a stud.
Should have got the win. Had no run support. Did well. We were able to discover that. Bad news is I was wrong about pretty much everything else. I had Mad Max Scherzer. That was great. Scherzer over Bueller. That worked out. But as far as bats, I whiffed horribly today. Absolutely, like one of the worst. And I was so confident that I was right. Like I was oh yeah, it's happening. And I couldn't have been more wrong in terms of bats. So I did not have a good night. It's funny because you spend so long like focusing in on the Turnbull, and you see him crushing, then I see Scherzer crushing, and I'm like, I'm about to be rolling. And then, then you realize, wait a minute, it's like the 6th, 7th inning, and I don't have like one fucking home run. And it's like, and before you know it, the Dodgers are getting, one earned run against the Coke, whatever his name is. And I'm losing. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, he walked a pitcher, and he's been lucky, in my opinion, a lot this year, and I would say I would mark this up to luck.
Yeah. Like every other freaking start where he's pitched well. I mean, hey, some guys are just, they get it. How does the expression go? I'd rather be lucky than good. Right? Like, it's an expression. On the bright side, I did see some Owls doing pretty well today. I know in the Slack chat, I heard some people muttering around about the Nationals. They were a pretty good stack to own. At least Anthony Rendon went out and did his thing again. So I did see some Owls up there. Some of our members did have a good day. Just the benefits of the community, man. Whenever one guy doesn't have a good day, there's probably somebody else in there who's spreading some good word to the rest of the people and making things happen. So it was a good night for that. Needless to say, I'm ready to move on from this slate personally. Like, I don't even want to look at the scores. I don't want to know what happens. Just want to move on. I want to move on to tomorrow's slate and give it another crack, because this is the last week of MLB DFS regular season action. And I mean, I got to bounce back.
I still have a chance. If the Dodgers start to do anything and the Angels do something, I still have a chance.
Yeah. Hey, more power to you. I would love for that game to start going off. Like, I wrote those games up. So I would love it if they did. I think the only stack that I wrote up that did anything at all was the Rockies. That was like the one stack. And, obviously it's the Rockies and Coors. Wasn't exactly a, super sharp take. But, so it's like the one stack that I wrote up. Like some of the players, Yelich, like the Brewers went off and, wow. But anyway, like I said, I'm done with this. I'm moving this off my plate. I'm easing off, moving on. Those of you who are in contention, cash potentially. Those of you that are winning nation, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm rooting for you. Whatever you need, let me know. I'm rooting for it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm moving on to tomorrow. Now.
Well, maybe our Milwaukee fans that probably stack them every day and have the chance.
I would hope so. If you're a Milwaukee fan, I don't know how you're not stacking Milwaukee every single day. Just every single day. The way they're playing. Especially Christian Yelich. He's like an auto play. Every day you start your lineup, you just click him in. Don't even look at the matchup, just click him in there. It's just...
I would love to talk to Derek Jeter for 5 minutes. Just... you gotta give me 100% honesty. You can't bullshit. I want 100% honesty. Whatever I ask you for 5 minutes. 5 minutes of pure 100% honesty. That's what I want.
And what would you ask him?
Oh, first question, first and foremost. What do you feel about Christian Yelich?
Just why, right? Why? Like, what was it about him that you thought it would be a good idea to get? You know, I guess it was a culture thing, right? He came in there and wanted to change the culture, but I'm okay with getting rid of like the older guys, you know, to an extent. But the younger guy's not quite sure. But yeah, he's looking like a pretty big fool for that one. Yelich has been a machine. But going to Milwaukee was probably really good for his career, man. That small park, right up his alley, coming from a pitcher's
park. The small park definitely helps him.
Yeah. I mean, not taking anything away from him. He's a beast. I'm not saying that all his success is only.
He just hit one out in Pittsburgh. Pretty, like, out. It wasn't right over the wall.
Oh no. He's beasted. Looking at tomorrow's slate, we've got quite a few options up top.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I was just going to say we got a lot of different options up top. Motivations, got to keep all these things in mind as we always do. Cash, I'm going to hand it over to you. Talk to me about potential SP1s that you see, if any.
DeGrom. It's Atlanta. So, I mean, I never like to attack Atlanta, but this guy's so good. A 13-2, at this time of the year, I'm trying to find the cheapest options that I can. I probably don't go to DeGrom, but he's a great option every time he touches the mound. And after watching Max did what he did today, I'm sure that will give him even more motivation to come out and be great. Marquez, I mean, Philly sucks, but I'm probably not going to be doing that. Tanaka in Tampa is decent. Frankie against the Dodgers is a hell no. Shane Bieber. Ugh. Shane freaking Bieber. He has fallen off a cliff, has he not?
He's had back-to-back shellackings, yes.
After absolutely just doing something I never thought would ever happen with him. Dominating the Rays with 11 Ks. I didn't think he had 11 Ks in him. Oh, it's a great matchup. He's 8-9. That's not bad. But man, I don't love any of them. To be perfectly honest with you, that probably makes DeGrom just a better play. Stripling? Stripling. I have not played Stripling this year. Like, I missed the boat, and I stayed off the boat, and he was great, and then he fell off, and I don't know, man.
It's rough. It's definitely rough looking at it. I could potentially, I feel like, I would have to look this up, but I feel like Tanaka does really well against the Rays. I know the Rays are in Tampa, they're home, and I really don't love picking on them. But I feel like Tanaka, am I right about this? So yeah, okay, July 24th at Tampa Bay, Tanaka went for 44. 9 Ks, 9 innings. I could talk myself into Tanaka, only because, like, not that I don't think DeGrom's in a great spot. And again, kind of like Scherzer today, DeGrom he's going for the Cy Young. And I think it means a little bit more to him right now because he's got no wins. I mean, you can't celebrate any wins this year. So at the very least, you know, if you can get an award like that, I think that'd be pretty awesome. But
and it's the same. You know, it's the same situation. Like, I was scared to not play Max today because I was like, this is his last game, and he's gonna give everything, and he could. It doesn't matter about pitch count because this is it. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could just let him go and go as long as he's going good, and it doesn't matter because tomorrow means nothing because there's no more tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. Absolutely. I completely agree. But of course, he is 13-2, and that's going to make things tough. So DeGrom, a clear, like, potential option. We could look into Chris Sale, see if they're going to do anything. I really don't see them giving him anything worth. I mean, he threw 73 pitches against Cleveland, which is kind of promising, but I just don't see why.
I think they would limit him. Yeah, they will limit him to about the same, maybe 80, but they're not gonna, like. I don't think he will get over 80.
Yeah, I mean, if he was cheaper, I'd probably take a look, right? Like, if he was somewhere in the 10s, I could take that chance, but 11-1 is a little steep. Man, Marquez. Dominated the D-backs in the 100-degree heat. I could definitely play Marquez in Philly. This does seem like the spot, though. Like, people went to Philly twice in Coors and didn't work out. Now, their best pitcher comes up against them. This does seem kind of like a weird, like, kind of spot. I can see people getting behind Marquez and bailing on the Phillies and then just doing his thing. But, I mean, I think that it's DeGrom, Marquez. The lowest that I see in the top tier, obviously, is probably going to be Bieber. I could go back to Bieber against the White Sox. What about Bumgarner against the Padres at 8-7? He is at home in a great ballpark.
I mean, it's not bad.
Mm.
It's just I've lost a lot of I've lost a lot of respect for Madison Bumgarner. I don't think he's close to what he was. So I mean, I don't know, man. I looking at this slate is just bad in my opinion. I don't like really anything. Like maybe once I actually look into everybody, I'll find something. But as I sit here right here, I really don't see anything that I like that's cheap. And the three guys, like DeGrom, Marquez, Tanaka, Bieber, those are like the four guys that I would feel comfortable with, but they're all expensive.
Yeah.
It's just ugly. I mean, Boyd, a lefty against Minnesota, and that's not bad. But I don't like him. I know that you don't like him either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, this might be a day where, like, I try to, like, double mid-tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to go with, like, a Bieber Bumgarner or something like that.
Yeah. Like, not all the way to, like, the 7K range, but...
No. So, like, we're still kind of paying up, but not all the way up. Because you're right. There's not a ton that you like. Like, I mean, Luis Perdomo against the Giants. Could I interest you in Luis Perdomo against the Giants? Potential SP2?
I mean, you could. Definitely. At 4-2. Like, yes. I could be interested. But I could definitely see the Giants get into him.
Yes. That's really, really a test of, like, who's worse. But listen, Brian Mitchell can do what he did. I mean, shit, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Perdomo is more talented than Brian Mitchell.
I would think. I know. I like to think so.
I know he's better than Brian Mitchell. I mean, that is a fact.
Yeah.
Perdomo is better than Brian Mitchell.
Facts. I'm with it. So I guess maybe if we got desperate enough, we could it's a reach. But if we got desperate enough,
I could go Jeffrey Ramirez, but I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah, he's got this.
He's not going to make it start. I could definitely go with him, but he ain't going to play.
He ain't going to play. No. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.
Well, here you go. You can go Queen Felix against the A's.
I'm not doing nothing against the A's, man. The A's right now, those A's are too strong right now, man. They just won't.
I mean,
die.
you could go to Pavetta's curveball and Coors. Want to do that?
Yeah. Don't think I want to do that either. Don't get me wrong, 6.5 is tempting, but in Coors, we know he relies heavily on a curveball. We know the curveball doesn't work well in Coors. Just kind of seems like a rough spot for him. I think Pavetta could gain some traction tomorrow in ownership. I mean, as of right now, I don't want any, but I think he can gain some traction just because it is so bad down there, and people, they're not going to feel comfortable, I don't think, paying up all the way. So, I don't know. It is not pretty.
John Gant really let me down.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is that these guys need to win, so he wasn't pitching great, but they pull him so early. That's going to happen with these Cardinals. They got to win. So if the guy's not going great, they're going to pull him.
What about Odorizzi? Any left for him?
Not particularly. I mean, he does have K stuff, though. I mean, it's Detroit. I mean, I don't know, man.
Never excited.
I haven't pitched Odorizzi much this year.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
And he just faced them. He did decent. But he just faced them.
That's also the problem, yeah. Let's talk about some potential stacks. Are any of these pitchers stand out to you that you want to pick on? I mean, the Pavetta curveball thing sounds kind of like something, right? That the Rockies still have to win. We know this.
Is it 32 degrees in Seattle.
32.
It's 62. It's kind of hot. Yeah, the A's stand out to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one that stands out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what else stands out? You already said the Rockies. That can't go to that. I mean,
yeah, it's
like, what stands out to you? Like, just nothing stands out to me either way.
Yeah, no, I know. I'd love to say the Angels, but they've just been filled with disappointment lately. You know.
Yeah, no shit. Didn't Shields went today, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. The White Sox didn't announce a pitcher
Okay.
just yet, so DraftKings just has him in there. I don't know, man.
I mean, what about Nova after you just watched oh boy dominate these guys? But Nova is a pitcher to contact.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little pissed at the Cubs right now. I know we have a lot of Cub fan members, so I'm not going to say anything too hurtful. But I'm a little pissed at the Cubs right now, so... If you ask me right now if I want to pick on Nova with the Cubs, I'm going to say no. You ask me tomorrow, that tune could change. Nova's obviously a much different type of pitcher than Chris Archer, who has just dominated these guys. But yeah, in all seriousness, I think he is a guy we could look to pick on. It's not pretty. Like, it's just not a great situation. I don't see a lot of immediate spots. Like, the A's definitely against King Felix stand out. I think that I do have interest in Colorado, which most people will. The question is where we think most people are going to go, and it kind of seems to me like the slate might be kind of wide open. I'd love to say that this guy's chalk, that guy's chalk. I just don't see it. There's just so many options that are all kind of like have a flaw with them. So I don't know. I feel like the ownership is going to be fairly spread out tomorrow. You know what I mean?
What did Boyd just pitch against these? No, he didn't go against him.
Who?
Boyd. Like I think that you could play Boyd and Odorizzi and just load up on bets, play the two pitchers against two terrible offenses. But I don't know, man. I don't like the slate at all.
Yeah, I'm not liking what
just looking at it right now.
Not quite digging it, man.
Not like today. I love today's slate. But
yeah, look where that got us.
I know.
It seems that way though.
Maybe.
I love today's slate
too.
Gonna
explode.
I love today's slate too, and I thought I was really confident. I thought things were gonna roll, and it just seems like those are the days where like the unexpected happens, and then on days where I play really light, and I know you've done the same thing this year. You play really light, and you just kind of, I'm gonna take a chance, and then those are the days that seem to work out the best. So maybe that's a good thing, bro. Maybe it's a good thing that we don't like the slate tomorrow. Maybe that's gonna pay off for us.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's tough. Let's do some top threes. Maybe that'll give us some clarity. Who are your top three pitchers tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I don't think you're gonna hear no cheap options.
Yeah.
It's DeGrom, it's Bieber, and it's Marquez. No, damn that.
Tanaka, I love it. Yeah, I think obviously DeGrom is in a great spot. I would go with Tanaka too. I lean towards Bieber as well, but Marquez could gain some serious traction. Like, in terms of what I'm actually going to play tomorrow, unless I just get ballsy and decide to take a chance on a Perdomo, I don't really see myself paying 13-2 for DeGrom. So even though I think he is a solid option and a great pitcher, I'm going to put Marquez over him just because I'm more likely to pitch Marquez at 10-2 than I am to pitch DeGrom at 13-2. Just going to put it out there.
You know what? I'm going to be playing some Giants tomorrow because I'm going to be forced to. I'm gonna have to find me some cheap bets so I can already see.
Hey, you could look at the old Padres against Mad Bum.
I definitely could. I could definitely. I damn sure can.
I know. Top three stacks as of the night before.
Colorado
yes.
has to be number one in my opinion.
Yes.
The A's I think are clear number two. And I would say the Brewers.
Yeah, it's really hard not to like the Brewers right now with what they're doing and Gant's difficulties against lefties. Yeah, the Rockies definitely seem like a standout option against Pivetta. Definitely the Brewers. I like them a lot. And I gotta say the A's. I mean, you could try to sneak in Chicago for the Cubs, but like I said, I'm a little salty with them right now, so I don't want to acknowledge them in my top threes because I'm a little disappointed in them. But this is definitely a big step down in terms of matchup. Chris Archer does have some nasty shit. Dong Watch, who's going deep tomorrow?
Man, Felix is so bad. I will say, don't know. Oh, Chris Davis.
I will say I don't know. Christian Yelich. I'm just gonna every day from now on, if I get the opportunity to say his name, I'm just gonna say it.
Everybody already knows my number one option. I won't even say him no more. He's the number one option every day. And if you don't watch every day, then you don't know who the number one option is. But everybody knows who the number one option is. Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber. Give me some. Who do I want? I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Travis Shaw in that same game. The Brewskis.
I was about to say Aguilar. I'll say JD Martinez. Oh, I forgot about Boston.
Yeah. Well, we got to see who's pitching tomorrow. That's the only thing we don't know. I mean, does it really matter? It's Boston. Oh, I see it. It might be Bonus. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Boston gets moved pretty heavily up the charts, I think. Boston just got a big bump in the book here, so.
Hey, and it's not too cold there either. Blowing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some rain we may have to watch, but it looks like light rain. We'll see. The game was canceled today. I forgot all about Bonus. They got postponed today, so yeah. Boston, I think they just bumped to the number one.
So they're playing a doubleheader, right?
I would think so. They don't have a ton of time, so I would. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they scheduled a doubleheader today. So you got to watch. You definitely got to watch.
See what lineup they put out.
Hopefully that game ends before lock, so they'll come out with a lineup because they ain't gonna play everybody both games. I promise you that. They don't need to.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So like if JD or Mookie or somebody that doesn't play the first one, they should play the second one. So I would hope that the lineup don't come out. So then I could get one of those guys low on, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. Whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
Yeah, just said my 3.
Oh, it was the third one. Okay, so last pick here. I will go with... I'm going to go with Max Muncy, and if he does, he's a bastard for not hitting one today. But,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
the Dodgers...
some of your Mets lefties... some of your Mets lefties against Newcomb.
Yeah, I mean, the Mets have been playing really well.
Bruce Conforto is hot.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Newcomb's look bad.
I know. We know he sucks against lefties.
Yes, he does.
Well, at least with power.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers, after disappointing today against Coke, if they hit up on Greinke. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all, right? Like, it seems like a Dodgers brand kind of move, at least in DFS.
If Greinke gets hit hard,
yes.
Some of these guys know Greinke very well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, can definitely see it. That is going to do it for the Wise Take DFS podcast. Don't forget, guys, check us out at wisetake.com for more Fire DFS content. We'll have this stuff broken down a little further tomorrow. Cash will write his GPP article for our members. You'll get Cam's cheat sheets, BK's cash game article. You get the expert poll, and, of course, you'll get the Wise stream tomorrow, which is a live stream we do after we've done some research. This show is obviously just a first look. And you get all that for $2.50 if you want to try us out for a day. If you want to make the commitment, be a true member of the community, you can sign up for the All Sports monthly plan or higher, and you'll get access to our Slack chat, which is for our true core Wise Take Nation members, where the real magic happens, when things go down. I mean, they were talking about some of the national stacks and a couple really awesome things today, man. These guys got really smart throughout the season, learned a lot, and they're helping each other out. So it's a true community. With that said, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up, that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching us on Twitch or Twitter, give us a follow, give us a retweet, and if you're listening to us on Podbean or iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews, help bump us up those charts. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, give us a like and a share to support the Wise Take Nation. Cash. Anything in closing?
Yeah, I got some I got a football question for you in closing.
All right.
Do you think there's any way that Jameis Winston should start over Fitzmagic?
Absolutely not. I see no reason for that.
Me either.
I think he's screwed up. He's screwed up enough off the field enough times, and like I don't think he would be any. I really don't think he's better than Fitzpatrick right now. I really don't.
I don't even care. I don't even care about off the field. Fitzpatrick is a better NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
We are not in college.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick is a better NFL quarterback, period.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. That is a fact. I watched the game last night after the show, and the pick six was horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, that was bad. But the first one, that wasn't, like, it got tipped. That's whatever. The second one was a miscommunication. I still think it was Fitz's fault because I think that Evans was supposed to lay down in that zone. But it's still a miscommunication with his receiver. Fitzpatrick is a better quarterback than Jameis Winston. At least Fitzpatrick can set his feet.
I mean, you know, the thing with Fitzpatrick that, like, I'm most impressed with, like, the guy, he's taking shots down the field. Like, you don't see that a lot anymore. And he's just going for it. Like, when he makes these throws, he's looking to throw the ball down the field. He's not looking to check down. He's not looking... He's taking chances. He's going to playmakers like the Deshaun Jackson, guys that can get that separation. He's just, I'm going to throw it up there. It's your job to go get it. Like so, you know what? I can live with the picks when you're going to be aggressive like that. I really could. I'll live with it. You're going to get me 400 yards? Like, I could deal with a couple picks. Yeah, maybe he had 4, I think. That might be a little too much. But was it 3?
It was 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little too much. I could live with 2. Having 3 is tough to overcome. But at the same time, look how many yards he put up. Like, he just, you know.
But you can't. I don't even count one of them.
Yeah.
The one that's tipped. I don't count that.
Tipped. There's not really much you can do about it. It's not really, you know, ball's got to be caught. But yeah, man. I mean, look, he's taking shots down the field. I respect that. That's how you move an offense. You just throw that ball down the field. You know, you just.
And I got some more football to say. The penalty about the quarterback is just a joke. I'm getting so tired. Like, I'm to the point where I don't even want to watch the games. Like, I'm only going to watch the condensed game to do research. Like, I'm not going to watch the real game because it's so frustrating. Like, of all the roughing the passer penalties last night, I only think one was actual roughing the passer. And the one that they called where they picked up the flag, where 97 from Pittsburgh tried everything in his power not to touch Fitzpatrick. And he barely touched his feet. Like, he did touch it. He tried everything in his power to not touch him. And they almost called a penalty, man. I was losing my mind.
Wasn't that hilarious, though?
I cannot
to watch
I can't stand this, man.
That's what we've come to, is that the guy's right there and he's like, you know, holding his hands. But that was so funny, I thought. That was fucking...
Yeah, he was trying. But I love that McCoy, as he's hitting Roethlisberger, he's saying sorry. As he's putting his helmet into, he's saying, I'm sorry. And then he helps him out. He says, my bad, I'm sorry. And then Roethlisberger came out and said, that wasn't a penalty. Alex Smith, he said, I don't want to get in trouble, but the guy's playing football. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's just... Even
Brady...
It makes me so mad, man.
Even Brady said something about it. He was saying that, like, he gave a good example of Ray Lewis. He's saying that, like, when Ray Lewis was playing, he couldn't throw the ball over the middle because there's a good chance that whoever catches that ball is going to be knocked out for the game. And, like, that's a whole strategy. That's like a whole strategy to the game. And they're taking that away. They're just, you know... They're completely taking that away. It's not
good. It's not good at all.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
And then Jerry Jones is coming on. Like, the NFL they need to do something.
Yeah,
and do something quick.
Yeah, I'm okay with the defenseless receiver. I just think they're babying the quarterbacks a little too much. Like, I understand that people were upset that when quarterbacks get hurt, they don't like the game as much or whatever. But I mean. This is part of the game. Like, that's the whole point.
But,
you know?
like, Clay said it really well. He said, I understand the rule. Like, when you drive the quarterback, you try to put all your weight into him. Like you put your helmet into him. You're trying to put everything into him to drive him through the ground. That's a penalty. Mm-hmm. But if I'm just hitting him, I'm making a tackle. I'm not trying to, like, you know what I mean? He says, I understand the intent of the rule, but it's just gone way too far. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
He's right. It has. It's gone way too far. It is ridiculous. But that's going to do it for CashinDFS. For myself, the entire Wise Take Nation. As always, good luck.
Yeah.